Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now the third-year back out of Texas, Deontay Foreman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And the Colts first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funches, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Breeze now on 1st down. Able to fight through one tackle. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Breeze to throw. Going with a screen for Murray. They get 7 there on the screen. That'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Aguilar has it. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
first down marker at the 31. It's third down. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Mack off the draw play. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run from the shotgun with Washington and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
55, 56. It's 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. Here we go. We're good.
Breeze now on first down. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready? You ready? Check my 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, kill.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
On first, here's Washington. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Washington with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick to throw this time. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And his throw is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
95, 56. You better be afraid of 53. You better be afraid of me.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The Super Bowl 44 will always link these two teams together, the Colts and the Saints. That was a game that the Saints would win. If you remember, Sean Payton dialed up that onside kick to start the second half. Tracy Porter would eventually seal the victory for the Saints with a pick six of 74 yards. And the Manning family so heavily involved. You think about Archie leading the Saints for 11 seasons, the Manning family being from the New Orleans area, and then Peyton being the quarterback of the Colts in that defeat to the Saints. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Pierre Desir in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Breeze. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quan Alexander. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 5-9. Here we go, 21. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Exit. Here we go, 21.
Breeze going to throw. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he finds Cook. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's Breeze. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The handoff right side, it's Washington. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. He's got a first down and more past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 81 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Running it, Washington. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ready, 5-9. Sammy! Mike 55! Yeah, let's get that ball right here. Ready, cut!
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Waiting. Kill.
They run with Washington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a couple. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Aguilar has it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Mack on the counter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Fitzpatrick into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, 21, check my 21. I know he ain't got it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, Hines down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage. And that's exactly what he did.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
On third down, a run by Mack. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
55. Right there.
Brees now to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But
it's football. Exactly. They named a game for it. Take care of it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Matt, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
180! Mark 47. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
1st down, Colts.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Mack, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
6-man. Check. Topper. Check.
Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Both side 20. Go on, D.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Fitzpatrick. Able to find the rookie from Ohio State, Paris Campbell. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To an knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now to be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.